Hello, everybody. This is the first episode of Wellbeing Wednesdays, and I wanted to start out this week by just reminding everyone that everyone deserves time to nurture themselves. And when we understand the dimension, it's easier to get through our lives when we understand how energy and frequency works. And it also helps us with everything that we're trying to create in the earth realm for ourselves and for our communities. So I just wanted to start by showing out a quick diagram that Tesla had given to me. And he always says that this is not to scale, it's just a basic diagram so that people can understand the dimensions with the human mind. So over here, and I hope that you guys can see this all right, we have the earth realm. So let me see, I think my shadow is in the way. There we go. So we have the earth realm here, and the earth realm has a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being a low vibration, 10 being a high vibration, 5 would be a neutral vibration. We have every dimension that exists in the earth realm. So when you take a look at this, a low vibration would be a 2 or a 3, and that would be news media or anything of that nature. Hello, David. Thank you for saying hello. And with the lower vibrations, that would be, like I was saying, any people who gossip or anything of that nature. And then as you move up a 6, 7 vibration, that would be if, let's say, someone pays it forward for coffee, and then the next person pays it forward, and then everybody in the line is raising their vibration and going forward and ahead. And the next piece is if you're at a 10 vibration, that's the vibration where if a good friend calls, and it's not somebody who uses anybody, it's somebody who's a really good friend, and you're not too tired, but you are kind of settled into your night, so you discuss it with her, and she has just one closet that she wants to finish up, and you think, you know what, I can give a half an hour of my time. So you go over, and you realize that you're still wearing your slippers, but it's a good friend, and she doesn't make fun of you, and you have a wonderful laugh about it. And then you end up going over to the closet and thinking, oh gee, I wish I had a coffee. I wanted to actually perk up a little bit to help her do all this because I was feeling a little tired. And then it's instantly manifested because she comes around the corner and says, oh, I know the exact kind of coffee that you like, and I put whipped cream and ice cream in it, and it's the most perfect thing, and it's instantly manifested. And then you're going through the closet and you realize that all the stuff that she's getting rid of is stuff that you actually needed. So instead of you guys taking it to Goodwill, you end up putting it in the back of your car, and you're both happy, and it's instantly manifested for both of you. Her closet's cleaned out, and that's that 10 vibration, the high vibration of helping others without expectation, and also just allowing yourself to be in joy and have fun at the same time. When you are in a high vibration and things are all flowing in your direction, hi Jill, then you're able to access source realm energy. And the source realm energy is where you can access Jesus and Kuan Yin and Buddha and different archangels, and all of the different energies can come down and meet us here at this 10 vibration. So with that, on the earth realm, we have the incarnated side, and remember this is not to scale, and we have the unincarnated side. So we also have every dimension of vibration existing on the unincarnated side. So our guides and angels and things can come down over here into the unincarnated side of the earth realm if they want to help and make change. And other things can come in here in this 4th quadrant, and those would be the lower energies. So whenever working on not wanting to feel any lower energies, if anyone ever gets like a wonky feeling in the house or anything like that, believe it or not, you can control that with your energy. And the way that you do that is you lift your vibration and you go up through source, up through your higher self, or ask the guides to help you, and come down to make change here in this 4th quadrant. Because when we go this way, we can end up running into issues and we can end up staying in a low vibration. So it's always best to go up into our higher selves and back over and down. And I can explain this further if anybody wanted to do a personal reading or anything of that nature, but I just wanted to explain in general how the dimensions worked so that people would understand that whenever you're doing a card reading or any sort of divination, it's really only reading the strongest energy line. So we control where our energy goes. We have an emotional frequency projector inside of us. And this is why we can't judge anybody, because anybody who's feeling a certain way is literally changing their life experience to keep getting more and more things that solidify that emotional feeling that they're in. So the trick of the earth realm is to actually rise above, lift your vibration, and understand that your vibration and frequency that you hold inside of yourself, thank you, Joseph, that is the energy that's creating for you. So in today's video earlier today, I'd mentioned that if you go into a situation having high anxiety, you're going to get a lot of things that will give you more anxiety. You might even spill your coffee or be late or anything of that nature. With your internal emotional frequency, you can create any frequency through your imagination and through your lifestyle on a day-to-day basis that you want to. So if you want more abundance in your life, you can literally just start doing things that feel more wealthy to you. So for example, take the time to make the really nice stir fry that you might make for somebody else. Do that for yourself. And treat yourself as if you deserve it, and that will create that abundance energy, because it's all connected to self-love and worthiness. So what we're doing here in the earth realm, hello Beth, what we're doing here in the earth realm is that we are learning how to control our internal emotional frequency so that when things happen in our life, we don't do and react the way that we always have. We're learning how to react differently and how to really understand that anything going on outside of us, in Dr. Wayne Dyer's way of saying it, is almost none of our business. It's really what's going on inside of us. And then once we can control that frequency, we can better handle and help anything outside of ourselves. So with that, I am going to pull a card first real quick for Becca, because she had asked me earlier today. And then if somebody else would like a card, I'm happy to pull one for you. And the other thing that the guides wanted me to remind everybody about today is that if you are watching this video for any reason, at any time, in any dimension, and you see a card that resonates with you and it seems to answer a question for you, the universe works in multi-dimensional ways, so that message for you is still valid. A lot of people end up almost missing their signs because they don't think that they're valid, but we have signs coming all the time. And yes, David, I will pull you a card next. That sounds great. So for Becca, for your card today, let's see what you get here, and I won't look. Ooh, spiritual teacher. This is a beautiful card, and this is saying that you are not only around and surrounded by spiritual teachers in your everyday life, but you too are a spiritual teacher. And whatever is going on in your life right now, if you can react as if you are in your highest self, so no matter what the stimulus, if you can react in kindness, integrity, able to set boundaries and speak your truth, you will be fine. And when you do that, others are going to see you do that, and they are going to be inspired to do that as well. And that is how you too are a spiritual teacher, helping everybody, because it's round table here in the earth realm, and we can all help each other. There's nobody better than anybody else. We are all uniquely, amazingly different, but all equally worthy. All right, David, I will pull your card for you. You got the daughter card. So when this card comes up, it can have several meanings. It could mean a physical younger person in your life that either is your daughter or feels like a daughter to you. And it can also be a reminder of inner child remembrances. So when we're kids, we're able to do a lot of things without fear before any fear programs come in. So whenever the children cards come up in this deck, I always like to remind everyone to let their inner child play and remember how you were as a child and how you would look at situations and how you would look at the world with wonder still. That wonder is starting to come back into the earth realm as people are starting to break out of the I should do this and I should do that and into the what do I feel like doing? What do I think would help people? What do I think would be the best thing to increase my joy today? And following that path. They also still believe in magic and they still believe in miracles. So I also want to say for you that this card is to remind you to believe in miracles and know that everything is working out in perfect and divine timing exactly the way it's supposed to. And the guides are actually saying that they want me to do one more for you for clarity. And it's saying to have your confidence and just know the Fire Opal card is a very confident, very bold card. And it's about knowing your own worth. And they're saying to just really work on yourself and know your own worth. Because when you have true confidence from inside, you're going to be able to flow with your intuition easier. Perfect. And is there anybody else who would like me to pull a card, or anyone, if David, if you would like me to pull you another, I can do that for you as well. Let's see. Ooh, one just came flying out. Alrighty, so this is going to be in general. And this is for everyone. This is for not only Becca and David, but for everybody, that we all have the ability inside of ourselves to solve our problems. So we can actually solve a lot of problems by trying not to overly control it with our human mind and to actually flow into allowing and seeing how things play out. So it's about following that daydream of things can turn out really good. Sometimes we'll get a program if we have any fear and we'll start thinking how things can turn out and we'll start coming up with all these like scary scenarios. So this card is also reminding everybody who's logged in today, when you're going to daydream about a situation, it's important to be realistic about it, but also don't shut it down before you get started. So follow that intuition. It's your heart gut. It's in the center of your solar plexus and your heart chakra. When they mix together, that's your feeling to know if something is a good idea or not. And it's also where we can tend to hold fear. So you're going to notice, is this a fear response, or is this something I feel in my gut for highest good? And when you feel it in your gut for highest good, it is a good feeling. It is not a fear feeling. So ironically, we feel it around the same spot. But when you get a message or a sign from spirit that things are going to be okay, it's a big boost in your energy. So you'll always know if you're working with source realm and high frequency energy and helpers, because you can feel their energy. It always feels really positive. And your intuition will never say anything negative about you. Your intuition will always promote you to do things that are good for yourself and good for everybody around you. So that is a part of it. And I'll pull one more for the collective. And I can't see if anybody else has typed, so hold on. If you did, oh, I think I just figured out a way. Oh yes, Beth, I can see that now. Yay, perfect. And David, I can pull you another one too. Just learning this. Thank you all for your patience. Alrighty, so Beth, your card is spring. And this is saying that everything that you're working towards right now is going to be coming into bloom in the spring. So be sure to keep working with your emotional frequency, and remember, when you want to create something into your life, you want to make sure that your emotional frequency and what you want to create are on the same wavelength. So when we start to have fear, we start, we're going towards our goal, and then we go, So it's really important, they're saying, to just maintain that emotional frequency and know that everything is happening in the most perfect and divine timing. And that right now, the energy line that you're on is saying that by the spring, everything is in full bloom and you're able to completely create whatever it is that you're looking to create right now. And they're saying also shifts. So with that, I will pull one more. Jill, did you want a card? Thank you for popping on. And I think David said he wanted another one. So let me do that too. That's really funny. So David, this is how big the deck is, honestly, and I got the same card. So I guess this one was a big reminder for you that there is a resolution. So anything that you're trying to figure out right now, that's what I was going to say. That's why they brought it up again. I got sidetracked a little bit. So when we are... Oh, I just lost it again. Oh, darn it. That's really funny. All right. Sorry about that. Hold on one second. There is a piece that I was missing that I forgot to say. Let me just remember what it was. When we access Source Realm, I'm being really honest and really transparent with everybody. We access in the now moment, and because it's not our energy, not our thoughts, we don't hold on to it. So I'll get a message sometimes, and if I don't write it down or speak to text it out onto something, I'll completely lose it. And then they'll tell me again, and then I'll find like a paper from last year where I'm like, oh, they've been trying to tell me this for like 3 years. However, that's how it works. So let me just, oh yes. So with the resolution, what happens, and Einstein used to do this a lot, and Tesla, is that they would take a nap. So if you're trying to find a solution for something and you seem to not be able to figure it out, that's usually a sign that you're using too much of the logical brain. So when we step away from it, whether it be going for a walk, taking a nap, or whatever we do, when we step away from it and we stop trying to figure it out, when we stop doing, we allow ourselves to be a human being, and we allow ourselves to actually access that information like I was just talking about. That's why they brought that up. So that's how that works. So when we stop efforting as much and we start to flow, because our energy being is a natural flowing being. It's not meant to get stuck in one now moment. It's just our human consciousness that will get stuck in one now moment. So remember, everything's happening in perfect and divine timing, and when we get out of the way, things are able to come into us. And we can have solutions from anywhere. And they're saying this is for everybody. Becca, you too, they mentioned you as well just now. They're saying that we all have miracles available if we believe in them. So we all have miracles available if we believe in them. And that's for you too, Beth, and that's for everybody. So it's all about matching your frequency to believing in miracles and then showing up and following your intuitive guidance. And when we follow our intuitive guidance, oftentimes it might feel a little bit out of our comfort zone. However, you know it's the right thing to do because in your gut, you're just like, well, I really feel as though this is the right thing to do. And it makes you feel good to think about it, even though it might be a little bit scary at first. Like these videos for me were terrifying when I first thought about it. My friends can attest to that. But now it's getting easier. So that's just what the guides are talking about. We just have to show up and then let them help us do the rest. And our higher self helps us do pretty much everything here if we allow it. That's our intuition. So when we sit back into our intuition, we don't have to have fear or anxiety because we don't have to figure it out. We can intuitively figure it out. And that doesn't mean that we sit back and do nothing. That means that we figure out, okay, well, what would step 1 be? Maybe I need to make a phone call. Or what would step 1 be? Well, maybe I need to figure out a schedule for myself to make sure that I add in time for me. That's a big one. And they want to actually remind everybody about this. This is a really important piece. We're all really busy here in the earth realm, and it's kind of a go, go, go type of society for many people. I've stepped out of that in the past couple of years, but it still very much that way here in the earth realm. And they're just reminding everyone to give yourself that time and start small if you have to. You can start with 15 minutes. I take multiple hours, but it's whatever you need to do for you. So when you first start, you want to just know that you deserve it, and then put it in as an appointment with yourself, because you deserve an appointment with yourself to just connect with yourself, because your higher self is in source realm and has access to all of that beautiful information that you're looking for. So it's inside of you. That's the coolest part. It's all inside of us. I feel like if only I knew this years and years and years ago, life would have been so much different. But everything is happening in perfect and divine timing. And that's what we all have to remember. Hello, Lisa. Would you like me to pull a card for you? I'm happy to do that. Let's see here. Ooh, you got that the debt is going to be paid off. So don't worry about any financial matters at this point, and just know that everything is working out perfectly. And how perfect is this? I was just trying to shuffle and this came out on its own. It's the dandelion card. And you are the flower girl. So remember that you have vitality and empowerment. You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. So just like the dandelions that can grow out of the cracks in the sidewalk, you have vitality, perseverance, and everything you need to do everything that you want to do. So believe in yourself, and I believe in you, and know that everything is working out in perfect and divine order. Awesome. And let me just see here. Here. You know what? Let's do it this way, just for fun. Just a general for everybody. So this is actually a great card. This is the pregnancy card, meaning that we are all birthing new ideas. It could be a physical pregnancy for anybody who's watching, if that resonates with you. But the beautiful thing about this card is that we are all almost going through a rebirth, in lack of a better term. We're starting to shift into our energy being self as opposed to our programmed self. So that is a beautiful birth of a new beginning, because once you do that and you align yourself and you allow yourself to be who you truly are, and who you really want to be, and how you really want to show up in the world. One other piece of this is that if you want to make changes in your life, daydream and set an image of what your ideal life looks like and what you're doing. So if your ideal life, you're in great shape and everything is going smoothly and all this stuff, what you want to do is you want to take steps each day to go out into nature and exercise, or whatever you want to do, to eat right, to, if one of your things is you want to change careers, maybe each day you take a look at different options of things you might want to do. As I said, we want to show up, but follow the intuition as to the choice making, as opposed to worrying about anything outside of you with the choice making. Because sometimes people can accidentally put expectations on each other, and it's not on purpose, and it's not to be mean, but sometimes it can be felt by the other, and they feel as though they're not able to be free and spread their wings. So it's important that we all let everyone be free to spread their wings during this process. And like the old additive says, if you let it go and it's meant to be, it comes back. So that's with anything in the earth realm. If you've done the same career your whole life and said, I'm never doing this again. I went through that, and I am doing it again a little bit on the side, and it's really funny. I went through the whole, I'm never doing insurance again. I work part-time in insurance. It's actually kind of fun. I don't mind. So it's one of those things, and eventually I'll be doing this full-time, but it's just, the guides wanted me to share a little bit about the process and a little bit about what we're all going through, so that people don't feel alone, and that we're all going through it together. So if there's something that you feel like it's just not jiving right now, take a rest from it. I took a long rest from insurance. Do what you need to do, and then whatever is meant to be, if you are lining yourself up with that frequency, it will still be there, because the only thing that's creating what you're experiencing in the earth realm is you and your energy. So with that, I think that, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Lisa. I think that that's it for today. It was my first one. I hope everybody liked it. I am always open to feedback. And if somebody is watching this and it's after 8:30 and you didn't get a chance to ask me to pull a card, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the comments, and I'll try to get back to everyone within 24 to 48 hours, probably within 24 though. So I hope everyone has a great night. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that everyone just shines bright and allows themselves to be themselves. So have fun, and maybe have a little nurture time tonight for yourself, and connect with yourself and see what makes you feel happy and what brings you joy. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Have a great day. Namaste. We're in it together. It's a round table here. We can all support each other. Have a great night.